evening, our viewers. Karibu sana kwenye kipindi cha Moms and Babies show. And remember, this is the place we celebrate life by walking the motherhood journey together. Na leo ikiwa ni Tuesday jioni, unajua ukiona, seeing these ladies here, not the first time, unajua kwamba it is a learning time. So today tunataka kuangalia about, delivery options. We have mothers ambao wanajifungua in the normal way. Kuna wale ambao wanajifungua kwa CS. And you might find that there are two options. Kila mmoja angependa labda aweze kujifungua kwa kawaida. And then when it comes to CS, there are those that inabidi, na kuna wale ambao wanasema kwamba it's my choice. So today we have our expert here ambako na sisi atakuwa anatuelezea about delivery options, how they are, what you're supposed to do to prepare for them, na vile pia if there's any impact, and even how to go about it about them afterwards. Kwa hivyo karibuni sana. Hi lady.
Hello.
Mko sawa?
Tuko sawa.
So, then namna change day in day out.
Yes.
Tukimix
in a good way.
In a good way. Watu wana grow. Growing and getting tired.
Okay.
Yeah. Karibu sana.
Okay.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you very much. My name's Grace Wanjiro Jogona, and I'm a health worker. And I'm happy to be in this show. It's a beautiful, informative show, and I hope you're going to enjoy. My first question, I was asked about how to prepare for whether you deliver through cesarean section or through the normal way.
Yeah.
Ni vizuri kujua kwamba God created us and prepared us so that the woman can deliver in the normal way.
Okay.
But sometimes it happens haikukuwa vile. Inakuwa mama anakuwa na shida yenye inabidi afanyiwe operation. So majority of the women are able to deliver normally.
Yes.
And that is what's happened in most of the hospitals. But there are few who are not able to deliver normally because there are problems which arise during labor or before labor. There are women whose pelvic cannot accommodate the baby. Their pelvic bone, women have pelvic bone where the baby rises when it's in the abdomen.
Okay.
So once the pelvic bone is small than the baby to pass, so that is one indication of cesarean section. Okay. Another problem which might be there is when the mother has a problem like has a disease. There is a problem in pregnancy known as Preeclampsia or Eclampsia. Such conditions might make the mother not to deliver normally. Usually the mother might be taken for cesarean section. The other conditions which are caused by the baby. Mtoto ndiye amesababisha mama kwenda operation. Mtoto pengine ni mkubwa kuliko that particular pelvis. Okay. The pelvic is normal, but the baby is big. Mtoto anaweza kuwa ako 5 kgs.
Yes.
And that particular pelvic can accommodate a 3 kg baby.
Okay.
So the mama anaweza pelekwa operation kwa sababu ya mtoto kuwa mkubwa. Another thing, the baby, mtoto anaweza kuwa na shida kwa tumbo. A condition we call fetal distress, which takes so many mothers for operation. So condition kama hiyo inaweza fanya mama apelekwe for operation. So it debates na the situation at that particular time.
Yes.
Yenye imefanya mama apelekwe operation. So kwa wale wanazaa normal, they deliver normally. And those kama amezaa pengine shida ilikuwa mtoto.
Yes.
Mtoto ndiye alikuwa na fetal distress, the other time the mother can deliver normally because shida ilikuwa mtoto. Now the mother has no problem.
Okay.
If the problem was ile pelvic yake haiwezi kuaccommodate mtoto,
yes,
hawezi zaa tena vizuri kwa sababu the other pregnancies mtoto atakuwa.
Yeah.
So itabidi tena arudi apelekwe operation.
Okay.
So wakati mtu ana choose kusema mimi ni wakati anasema nimejifungua mtoto huyu wa kwanza, ninataka kuzaa the second baby normally.
Yes.
It is very tricky because you have to know, it has to be known the reason why your operation was done.
Okay.
If the problem was the mother, then you see the operation cannot be done. I mean the mother, the baby, you have to, the mother has to go for cesarean section or deliver normally, depending on the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe ningependa explain
kidogo ni tanks. Preeclampsia.
Okay. Wakati tunasema fetal distress tunamaanisha mtoto amechoka. Kuna wakati mama anafika kwa hospitali unasikia anaambiwa mtoto ameenda choo kwa tubo. Wakati maji ya mama maji imepasuka ile ya mtoto. Mfuko ya maji imepasuka. Maji ya mama inastahili kuwa clear nyeupe kama hii maji. But wakati mwingine unakuta iko yellow kama hii nguo, this yellow. Wakati iko yellow ni mtoto ameenda choo kwa tubo. So ni kumaanisha ile kitu ilifanya mtoto aende kwa tubo, mtoto ako in distress, kuna shida yenye ilifanya kwa sababu si kawaida mtoto kwenda choo kwa tubo. Anastahili maji itoke ikiwa clear, atoke aende choo kama amezaliwa. So pia tukisikiza wakati tunasikizaga mtoto tunasikiza the fetal heart. Kama fetal heart iko juu sana, there is a normal limit of the fetal heart. So fetal heart ikiwa juu ama ikiwa chini sana inamaanisha mtoto ako na fetal distress. So those are the two indicators that the baby might be in problem.
Preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia is when the mama akona mjamzito na towards the end of the second or third trimester the mother develops kufura miguu. Unapata mama amefura miguu. Akipima blood pressure inakuwa iko juu. Unasikiza pressure yako iko juu. That is why when you go to the clinic we always monitor the blood pressure. We also have tuna test makojo, urine. Tunafanya kitu tunaita urinalysis. Tukifanya urinalysis tupate kuna protein in urine. Wakati kuna hiyo condition the kidneys are affected. So zinatoa protein which is not normal in the normal njia ya kupass makojo. So wakati unapata urine kwa makojo unapata mama ameweza fura miguu, afure hata tubo, anafura hata kwa mgongo, anafura uso na anafura hata hapa kwa mkono. Wakati amefura mkono na amefura mguu na amefura tubo, amefura mgongo na amefura uso, that is severe, we call it severe PET, and that mother might develop another condition inaitwa Eclampsia. Eclampsia ni situation mahali mama anashikwa anaanguka kama mtu wa kifafa. Umeona mama epileptic convulsions, anakuwa na convulsions. Now the blood pressure is very high and so in that situation there are two people at risk. The mother and the baby are at risk. The baby will suffer insufficiency kwa sababu wakati pressure iko juu mtoto hapati lisho kwa tubo. Inakuwa cut off by this blood pressure iko juu. Wakati nao pia hizi the pressure na miguu imefura sana, mama pia ako at risk. The internal organs of the mother, the kidney is in danger. So we need to to separate the mother and the baby as fast as possible, because usually sometimes the baby must die in the uterus. So we need to try and separate and deliver this mother so that we save the baby and the mother. It is one of the emergencies in the maternity.
So you mentioned kitu about kupima mkojo and then protein ikipatikana. So if at all your protein iko pale, what is the effect? Like is there any effect kwa mtoto, kwa mama?
Protein kwa makojo, it is saying there is a challenge in the kidney. The kidney are being challenged by this pregnancy now. By now the situation that we are calling the PET is challenging the kidney. So the kidney, one of the complications of eclampsia now, out of this context here, eclampsia, is a kidney failure. So you see, the protein is a signal that our kidney is trying to be in danger. So that is why we need to deliver this mother. Even if the pregnancy is not term, we need to deliver this mother. Even if it is at second trimester, we have to terminate this pregnancy to try and deliver to separate both of them, because both of them are in danger. So when it is very severe, not when it is mild.
So does it mean kwamba sometimes mama anaweza fika kwa hiyo kiwango na ikajulikana hiyo time because maybe checkups hazikuwa proper, because it's not easy for, you know, as we go for easy antenatal, sijui kama mmeona, bora tu anakuambia uko sawa, uko vizuri, and tumepima pressure, ufanya nini, haya umechukua tetanus, haya next clinic ndio hiyo. So like details kama ya kuchukua mkojo that umesema hata second trimester mnatoa mtoto. So how would somebody tell, hata mimi mwenyewe kama mama nyumbani, maybe there's a problem and I need to even suggest to my doctors that ningependa hata mkojo wangu uweze kutestiwa.
Yes. Yeah, it is a good question there because at home when you are you come to the clinic, when you are at home, mother is supposed to check herself. There are some symptoms of preeclampsia where you can detect them at home. Persistent headache, that is one, and the headache is accompanied by blood fission. You will have a headache and you are seeing vitu zinaenda tu ama huoni vizuri. That is one indicator. Another indicator is epigastric pain. Now the PET is not the major one, but the eclampsia.
Yes.
When you are approaching from when the patient has the mother has a PET, severe PET. When you are transiting to eclampsia now, which the eclampsia is the fetal one.
Yes.
So the mother usually has a major headache, which is persistent, and then epigastric pain. And then the edema that we talked about, the swelling of the legs is massive. You find the legs are now more swollen. Maybe the swelling is still more in the abdomen, and at the back, and especially when you see the edema, the swelling of the hearts. Now that now is critical. So you can be able to detect at home the headache. If you have persistent headache, even if your clinic was sometimes to come, you are supposed to go back to the clinic.
Okay.
If you have epigastric pain which is persistent, tumbo inauma hapa juu, na wewe sio kawaida unakuwa na hizi shida za ulcers, you are supposed to you can see the other signs are there. The edema is there and the epigastric pain, and maybe initially in the clinic your pressure was a bit elevated, and now you are at home, you can see the other symptoms. You're supposed to go back. Those are signals that things are not okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hapo kwa tuseme ukipimwa mkojo ikapatikana iko na protein. Does it automatically mean utakuwa na?
No, it doesn't automatically mean that you have the PET, because there are other conditions which can give you protein. So we are also going to check the other cardinal signs of PET to see whether they are there. Then there are other things like infection. We are going also to rule out whether you have an infection, which can also trigger protein in urine.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not all the time that you have protein. It can be that you have PET.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking of infections.
Yeah.
Kuna infections zenye ni bacterial, zenye ni viral.
Yeah.
And then now tukianza hii program, there's a time one of our experts akatuambia a pregnant mother ako prone to hizo infections mingi sana.
Yeah.
So and they cannot give you stronger antibiotics but just to manage. Alafu maybe treatment inakuwa late after delivery.
Okay.
So in the event uko na hiyo condition, is there a way maybe to affect the baby wakati labda anazaliwa?
When you have the infection?
Yes.
In every situation when a woman is pregnant, we are supposed to be infection free, because the moment you have infection, we are risking the baby. Especially when you have an infection in the urine. The infection in urine relates that the urine system is nearer the birth canal. So it is very adjacent that this infection might accede to the baby. So it might the infections might lead us to maybe having something like premature labor. So anytime we have, that is also why we also do urinalysis, so that we can detect whether there is any infection down the urinary system, so that we clear the infection.
Okay.
But once you get any signs of infection, like we usually have infection during the third trimester, we usually have a disturbing infection called candidiasis, which disturbs so many women.
Yes.
In fact, almost 70% of women might have the candidiasis, which happens because of the hormones which are manning pregnancy in the last trimester. So once we identify with the infection, we are able to treat. And treating candidiasis is not hard. It's very easy. It's very easy to establish it at home. Also, the mother will see the signs of candidiasis. Ataona uchafu inatoka inakaa kama maziwa mara. Alafu saa zingine nasikia kujikuna vizuri, unasikia kama utaweza chukua kitu ujikwaruze vizuri. Alafu ukipeana tu hizo symptoms, kila mtu ataweza. Hata alafu wakati tunapima in the hospital, we are able to see that discharge. And once we treat it does it. Yeah, it can cause premature labor.
Sasa kama for example, sasa mtu amebakia na wiki mbili kwenda kujifungua na labda hiyo condition uko nayo. So as in treatment it take like, is it an immediate thing or it take time, and now iki happen sasa ujifungue na mtoto in that state, will the baby be taken care of?
Oh, right, a good question. We say that this infection is brought about by the media of hormones that are with you in the last few weeks.
Yes.
Those last few weeks, the hormones that is manning that pregnancy at that particular time.
Yes.
That is what is bringing this infection. It is the one which is accommodating this. So after you deliver, the hormone now goes down.
Okay.
So even if you don't treat it aggressively here, after delivery it is over. It is finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
Na huyu mtoto
huyu mtoto
amepita tu hapo mahali penye hizo manikandi.
This baby wakati amezaliwa tunamwekaga dawa ya macho because macho tu ndio iko open. Tunamweka dawa ya macho ya kusaidia kusikue na infection yenye inaweza kuwa amepita amepika.
Okay.
But the candidiasis does not affect the baby. Doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine.
Sisiria unaona mtoto hajafika kwa mahali candidiasis. Candidiasis iko tu kwa birth canal.
Yes.
Lakini huku juu kwa uterus haiko.
Yeah.
The cervix imefunga, na mtoto ako under the amniotic fluid, ako well covered, so hakuna shida kwa candidiasis haimpati. Alright.
Nilipenda kuuliza so kuna wamama fulani especially the last month unapata wamefura sana. Uso which is a bit so hii inaweza kuwa ni shida kama.
Wakati
ni kama imeenda double the size.
Wakati
kwanza mapoizo
Yes.
Okay. Wakati tunasema kufura kuna watu wanafura tu, kuna natural kufura tu, swelling kuna ya kawaida tu yenye haiko kwa PET yenye tulikuwa tunasema. Kwa hivyo wakati mtu ako karibu kujifungua, the abdomen, tumbo, hii mimba stretch, pressurize all the organs that are around you in the body. We have the major vessels that bring blood from the body.
Yes.
Yenye iliteremka kurudi kwa roho. So hii mimba iko kubwa, stretch, imefinya the adjacent. So wakati zimefinywa hazirudishi damu vizuri kwa roho. Na if you notice some of the women wakati unakaribia kujifungua unashindwa hata kulala. It is very discomforting kwa sababu kila tumbo ina press the lungs.
Yes.
Ina press the so wakati unataka kulala you don't rest well. So inaweza kuwa sasa hii pressure ndio inafanya now damu hairudi vizuri. It doesn't go back to the heart vizuri, ndio irudi ikuwe circulated. So some women might wanaweza kuonyesha swellings some areas, but it has to be tofautishwe na ile ya PET because it has to have other additives. Lazima ikuwe na pressure iko juu, na lazima ikuwe inaweza kuwa na protein. But inaweza kuwa na kitu kimoja, hiyo ya PET inaweza kuwa na pressure, inaweza kuwa na protein. So one inaweza kukosa, but the two of them can make diagnosis ya kusema wewe uko na PET. But kuna swelling yenye sio associated na PET.
Kuna wale ambao so normal inamaanisha kwamba everything is okay when you go for that option and so on. So and is it advisable for someone to maybe decide ako tu sawa like everything the way Mungu amemweka vizuri, no complications, but this person says mimi sitaki kusikia huo uchungu, I don't want to go through that, mimi nataka nichukue CS. Is it advisable? No, now as a medical expert. Yeah, even hata effects zake baadaye. Yeah.
In a situation that a woman feels hataki kupitia kwa uchungu, she wants to have a cesarean section, it is not good to decide at home. It is good for that particular mama aende kwa hospitali mahali anahudumiwa. And then as she goes to the clinic, they sit down with the health provider. And then she talks, yeye mwenyewe ajielezee kwa nini nataka kufanyiwa operation. Alafu naye mhudumu amwambie the advantages za operation na disadvantages za operation na advantages za the normal labor. Out of that now, after ameogereshwa, amejua the complications, like now if you are done operation cesarean section, you are going to take long to heal, while the person who delivered that particular day will uchungu ikiisha amepona, where you might take even 2 weeks.
Yes.
Ukisikia uchungu, while who ajisikia 6 hours 8 hours ikaisha. So why are you going to choose uchungu ya 2 weeks uache uchungu ya 8 hours, which is easier and mathematics. So it is good mtu asikue na uoga ya kusikia meds and conception huko nyumbani.
Yes.
Afike kwa kituo aukae chini na mhudumu wa afya aelezewe advantages, kwa sababu still there are also complications after. There are few complications once you deliver normally. You may have maybe umekatwa ile episiotomy, tunasema alikatwa ama mtoto alimkata, maybe hiyo ndio unaogopa. Na pande hii nyingine unaweza pata kidoda ikose kupoda haraka, you might get an infection of the wound, which sometimes happens. So wakati wa hii kidoda na ile ya wood, which wood is bigger? Is it hii kukatwa na kidogo ama hii yako imekatwa huku kwa tumbo? So it's good to go, don't fear and don't listen at home. Come to the mhudumu, you sit together, air your problems, then you sit and dialogue, and then you choose whether whatever you are choosing, you know clearly what you have chosen. Okay. But still, if you insist, you can go ahead, because now already you have the information. Once you get the complication, you still say, I didn't know. Yes. You've been informed, and you'll be ready. Yeah. So, but the best option is you face it, because you are a woman. Your mother faced it, she delivered you. Your grandmother faced it, she delivered your mother. And it has been continuous since the world was born. Why are you fearing yourself? And you are a woman like any other woman. When you walk with dignity, when you have faced everything that the woman faces, is when you feel good. Yes. That I faced labor, ndio huyu mtoto. Nilizaa kwa masaa 12 na nikatoka out. You also have a tale to tell your child. Utaambia watoto msiendage operation. So it is good to face it, and because you have a history to give. Thank you.
Sasa heri ikuwe tu kwamba CS ni kwamba because it's unavoidable circumstances. Okay. Yeah. Na sasa huyu mwenye ameenda CS, maybe Brenda can tell us here, you amekuwa na experience, how did you cope up, like after now your CS nini, you know, just coping up, alafu pia how long maybe wound ili heal, kama hizo, if there were things that you were told to do ili iweze kurahisisha maybe healing process yako. Yes.
Okay, for me, nimekuwa na mbili, and each has its own experience. Kama ya kwanza, I was young, but ikapata infection. So of course it took long, like 3 months to heal. Nikaenda dressing every other week, natolewa bandage unarudisha. It was a painful experience. So I stayed for almost 8 years bila hiyo trauma.
Ukisema tu sioni kama najifungua tena.
And then now I went for the other one. It was a bit easier. Nilipona haraka. Yeah, it was a bit easier, but the third day,
Tena.
It is hell. Yeah, yes. You know, your body is like, I don't know how. Where's the move miguu, your lower part is so painful. So when you are moving from when you unataka kwenda loo, you have to have someone
who's willing you.
So it's not siwezi advise mtu sasa choose CS, it's painful. It's painful but worth it.
Okay. All right. Pauline, how was
the best thing to face cesarean section is to face it without fear, because if it is the only option, you don't have to fear, because that is the way you are going to deliver, and cesarean section is a mode of delivery. The other thing is to ambulate as far as early as possible. Once the anesthesia is out of you, ikikuondokea, jaribu kutoka kwa hiyo kitanda as far as possible, immediately that particular day.
What?
Yeah, that particular day. Then you walk.
Na hizo mauzi zimeshonwa
umekazwa na kila kitu ikafanywa, but you are given some painkillers, isn't it? So try to wake up that day. You move out of bed, stand up, say I'm here and I'm healed. And that is
I had a nurse aliniambia, madam, you have to lazima usimame, badilishe bed from the theater one to your ward. Mtoto amewekwa kwa your ward. Now you don't have a choice.
Yes.
You have to, although you can't feel your legs. So you're dragging yourself. It is hard.
Yes. Ni ngumu.
It is hard, it is painful. You feel like crying, but you can't cry.
So
you face it positively, because whatever you are being, whatever you are taken through is for your good, for your own good purpose.
You see. The first one, nobody told me. So it stayed for long. Lakini nilijikaza.
Yes.
That
Siku
kujikaza.
nilitoka
The same day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Na
the way.
uko na nini?
That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way.
But nilijikokota nikatoka nikamove. It was painful, but I tell you,
You won the battle.
I won.
Oh, yeah. So na unajua like me I would wonder because mwingine anakuambia mimi nilidungwa spine, mwingine anasema kwamba mimi nililalishwa kabisa. So is it the doctor who decides the mode of making sure that maybe you are numb for the process ya CS kwanza? Like they choose for you?
Yeah, sometimes usually it's not the choice, but they find it is the best way. They try to look for the best way to help you. I mean, for the anesthesia. So both ways, the general and the epidural, we call it epidural, hiyo ya kudungwa spine. They are good, but once they choose the epidural because epidural, well, once there are no many, the complications are fewer because the upper part of you, the half upper is alive.
Yes.
Even in theater, you shut, isn't it? And once you come back, you are aware of whatever is happening. And once you analyze the test, the other GA,
yes.
You remember those who have been done, wanakuwa na kukohoa, unakohoa because of the tubes zenye zilikuwa zimewekwa. So there are few complications. So it is the epidural is more safer, but you have a choice. You can say when you go, you can say.
Oh, I wanted to ask you.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Unaweza
choose. Okay. You can you have a right to choose. You can say nataka GA and utapewa.
Okay.
Nataka epidural if you have a choice.
All
you
right.
can choose.
So I was asking, my sister alifanyiwa epidural.
Okay.
Then akasema ati bado anasikia uchungu.
Okay.
So akawekwa general. Is that what happens?
Yeah, sometimes it might happen. Unaweza pewa ikose kuwa effective. Alafu upewe nini, that is normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is normal.
Alisikia uchungu wakianza hiyo process. Wakianza. Oh my goodness. Why?
So sometimes
and now ule akona twins, the process is still same.
The process is still the same. Tutoe hii mapacha. The process is still the same. The scissor is the same. Mtoto atatolewa wa kwanza na arudi atolewe wa pili.
So wakiwa huko ndani kila mtu ako kwa code yake, umbilical code yake.
Ako na nini sake yake, ako
Sake yake.
Kila mtu ako na sake yake.
Ile
the sack.
Kila mtu ako na yake.
Kila mtu ako na yake. They don't share.
So the identical they don't share like
they
what
don't
we
share.
believe.
Hakuna mtu anachea, kila mtu ako kingdom yake ya myote. Na huyu mwingine ako kingdom yake pia.
Yes.
So wakati unatoa una rapture hiyo anatoka. Unarudi una rapture hii anatoka. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So I think tume learn a lot and what we are really praying ni kwamba Mungu atusaidie because hii ni safari ya imani and it's by God's grace that you know unaanza na unamaliza vizuri and nobody would wish aweze kupata complication in this journey. Yeah, it will be you know a very good thing. Pia itakuwa ni afueni kwa madaktari na hata yule mama wakati wanapitia hiyo process wakiwa wako sawa wote. So you know kwamba you've learned a lot. So the choice is yours. Unaweza tafuta medical expert who ambaye karibu na wewe and they can give you more information as you go for antenatal clinics. Ebu kuwa na time na yule mhudumu wako uweze kumuuliza maswali ambayo ni ya muhimu sana kama ile ambayo tumezungumza siku ya leo about delivery options. Until next time, this is Moms and Babies Show where we celebrate life by walking the motherhood journey together only on MBC ITV, transforming lives.
Yeah.